We made it to Christmas week, and I have one more Christmas short story to read to you this year. This time it's called The Cobbler's Guest, written by the great Russian writer Leo Tolstoy. And so let's just jump right into it. There once lived in the city of Marseille an old shoemaker, loved and honored by his neighbors, who affectionately called him Father Martin. One Christmas Eve, as he sat alone in his little shop reading of the visit of the wise men to the infant Jesus and of the gifts they had brought, he said to himself, "If tomorrow were the first Christmas, and if Jesus were to be born in Marseille tonight, I know what I would give him." He rose from his stool and took from the shelf overhead 2 teeny shoes of the softest snow-white leather with silver buckles. I would give him those, my finest work. Replacing the shoes, he blew out the candle and retired to rest. Hardly had he closed his eyes, it seemed, when he heard a voice call his name, "Martin, Martin." Intuitively, he felt a presence. Then the voice spoke again, "Martin, you wish to see me. Tomorrow I shall pass by your window. If you see me and bid me enter, I shall be your guest at your table." Father Martin did not sleep that night for joy. And before it was yet dawn, he rose and swept and tidied up his little shop. He spread fresh sand upon the floor and wreathed green bows of fir along the rafters. On the spotless linen-covered table, he placed a loaf of white bread, a jar of honey, and a pitcher of milk. And over the fire, he hung a pot of tea. And then he took up his patient vigil by the window. Presently, he saw an old street sweeper pass by, blowing upon his thin, gnarled hands to warm them. Poor fellow. Must be half frozen, thought Martin. Opening the door, he called out to him, "Come on in, my friend, and warm your hands, warm your body, and drink a cup of tea. Hot tea." The man gratefully accepted the invitation. An hour passed, and Martin saw a young, miserably clothed woman carrying a baby. She paused wearily to rest in the shelter of his doorway. The heart of the old cobbler was touched. He quickly flung open his door. "Come in and warm while you rest," he said to her. "You do not look well," he remarked. "I'm going to the hospital. I hope they will take me in, and my baby boy," she explained. "My husband is at sea, and I am ill, without a soul." "Poor child," cried Father Martin. "You must eat something while you're getting warm, and let me give a cup of milk to your little one. Ay, what a bright, pretty fellow he is." "Why, you've put no shoes on him." "I have no shoes for him," sighed the mother sadly. "Then he shall have these lovely pair I finished yesterday." And Father Martin took down from the shelf the soft little snow-white shoes he had admired the evening before. He slipped them on the child's feet. They fit perfectly. And shortly the young mother left with 2 shoes of her own in her hand and with tearful gratitude. And Father Martin resumed his post at the window. Hour after hour went by, and although many people passed his window and many needy souls shared his hospitality, the expected guest did not appear. "It was only a dream," he sighed with a heavy heart. "I did believe, but he has not come." Suddenly, so it seemed to his weary eyes, the room was flooded with strange light. And to the cobbler's astonished vision, there appeared before him, one by one, the poor street sweeper, the sick mother and her child, and all the people whom he had aided during the day. And each smiled at him and said, "Have you not seen me? Did I not sit at your table?" Then they vanished. At last, out of the silence, Father Martin heard again the gentle voice repeating the old familiar words, "Whoever welcomes one of these little children in my name welcomes me." And whoever welcomes me does not welcome me, but the one who sent me. I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. I love this story. Reaching out to the least of these. It's something that personally has become a big part of my heart, and I think lies at the heart of what Lifted Hands tries to do every year. And on this day, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and especially thank all of you who have supported Lifted Hands, who have prayed for Lifted Hands. Together, we have reached out. Together, we have fed the hungry, gave drink to the thirsty. We have clothed those who needed clothed. We've gotten medicine for those who are sick. We've done what this story is all about. We've reached out to the world and exposed the God who loves the world to them. I couldn't have done it. Lifted Hands couldn't have done it without your help. I'm very, very grateful. So I'm wishing you the merriest of Christmas and the happiest of New Year's. God bless.